He's in here giving us some motivational moments. What's up, AMG Telly? Hey, Madam Marissa, how are you? Solo Mafia, you know I ain't lying. Hey, Hearted Law, how you doing? Hearted Lawn Care Services, what's going on, my love? DJ say, what's up, Pastor Hebert?
What's up, what's up?
You know I got my people with me. Hey, W. Bell. Now listen, he came up in here and he was just talking a second ago about patience, right? And I had to record it, so I had to be real quiet while he was saying it. But the more he said it, the more my skin started to itch. I'm shaking my leg. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm getting mad. Like, who'd have told this man my business is what I'm saying. He ain't talked to nobody. I ain't told nobody, so nobody know I'm mad. So he in here talking about, you got to be patient. You know, God was patient with you. Ain't nobody ask you all that. Let me give you the top 3 cookie cutter things I want you to talk about from that pulpit.
Right,
I don't want you come up in here going to the book telling me nothing about what I need to hear. Okay, Bishop? Let's just get that clear. And then he came up in here talking about it ain't no L's. It's lessons. I'm looking at him like, who you been talking to?
What they told you.
What they told you. Who are you and who sent you? Right. That's what you need to be asking people in this season of your life. Who are you and who sent you? What you here for? Why is you here?
Yes, indeed.
Look. Now he over there quiet like he ain't just throw no rocks at me.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger. You don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the mailman.
Don't get mad at me. Get mad at God. I said, oh, okay.
The mailman.
Okay, mailman.
Right.
Okay, I feel you, Solo Mafia. It ain't even funny. This is real life right now. Hey, K. Daniels, what's up, my love? What's up? Listen, you got another motivational moment for us because he here telling all this truth. We got a microphone. We're going to make him tell it to the world. Can't be selfish with it. If I heard it, I got to tell it. Yeah. That's right, Solo Mafia. Who sent you?
Right.
And listen. And here now we got, he say the Pelicans has patience. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my team right there. Well, we're going to have patience with them over the next few years when AD leaves.
Next few years? Ain't nobody got no years for a win. Yeah. See, that's another thing, too. Now, you already seeing the downfall of the relationship, but you say it's going to take some time. Why don't you just go over to a winning team?
Oh, wow. So you dump your team. Yeah,
we got to talk about loyalty. We know we about to take this L.
We don't have no loyalty no more. You know, I grew up in an era where, you know, people stayed. Magic Johnson stayed with the same team his whole career.
He did.
Jordan for the most part. Kobe, for the most part, stayed the whole career. So now we just, you know, we don't like this one. We turn it off and go get something else.
I mean, well, we kind of like to win. And especially when the hashtag is all we do is win. Because, you know, the social media got this winning thing looking real good to us.
Winning is not everything. See, sometimes...
Who you been talking to?
Yeah, sometimes we are ordained to take a loss. You know, the Bible says, Psalm 113, David said, it was good for me that I was afflicted so that I can learn. You know, sometimes we lose so we can learn. And, you know, sometimes we want to sidestep that process. And we end up being a incomplete product at the end of the day. Oh. So we are all who we are because, not just because of our wins, not just because of the victories that we have, but it's because of the loss. It's because of those things that may have been embarrassing to us that makes us and it forms our character. So, you know, there is no failure in God, though. This
is true.
Stay connected with
this
him.
is true.
And now your losses become lessons.
That's right. You must go through the pain to appreciate the good. Not you got a whole bunch of Golden State Warriors all day coming across the timeline.
Well, you know, I'm a home team guy, and I was born in Los Angeles, so I've been a Lakers fan, you know, my whole life. So I'm Lakers all the way. But I like to support the home team.
Okay. So you a Lakers fan until they play Bron now?
Yeah, I kind of sit on the fence right there. I usually side with the Lakers when they play the Pelicans, because you know I've been a Lakers fan for a long time since they went
gotta pick and choose.
back to back in the 80s. You know, that was before your time. You don't know that.
This is true. I respect my elders. And I'm just going to say, now we touch and agree on that one. I'm giving them a hard time. He say, just like the paper bag saints. And now everyone is on the bandwagon. See, you about to get blocked.
Yeah.
Look, no failure. It's a lesson. That's right. It needed that word today.
No losses. We don't take losses in the kingdom. We just, there's lessons. There's lessons. We fall down, but we get back up again.
This is true.
And we continue to go forward. You know, that's our theme this year. Is God is taking us in a new direction, and that direction is forward. God is taking us forward in every area of our lives, and sometimes we could think that we're not moving forward because we may be standing still. But sometimes standing still is really progress.
It is.
The fact that we have not regressed, the fact that we have not turned around, but we're able to stand still with all that's coming against us and all that we're fighting against, we're able to stand still. And then there are other seasons where we see, manifested progress in our life, where we can see things moving. You know, sometimes God is working underground and not above ground. He's working on the root level and not the fruit level.
The root level and not the fruit level. I like that.
Sometimes God has to work it on our roots.
Right.
And so while he's working on our roots, we got to be patient above ground, knowing that God is not going to leave me where I am. He's getting me right for my new season. Because if your root's not right, then your fruit not going to be right.
I'm with that. He good. He good. That's why I couldn't be mad when he started telling the truth. I was just like, get out my business. I could feel that way.
It's going to work out for you. That's the part of our faith we got to trust, that God is going to work out for me.
This is true.
In the end.
AMG Telly told me to tell you to stop team hopping, Bishop.
Stop team? No, team hopping, you know.
Now you can't be beefed out with the bishop. And then she got the nerve to say, go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. It's Friday. People, anybody can get it. You can get it. You can get it too.
Everybody can get it.
You sat in that hot seat. Ain't nobody tell you to stand still.
Right.
Ooh, got to be quicker.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
There you go.
He said, amen. So true. Yeah, he said, that's a good one, Pastor. Working on the root level and not the fruit level.
Yeah, he working on my roots. I
know it, because Lord knows I'm a work in progress.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Right.
You know that was my name on, and don't judge me for real, on Christian Mingle.
What?
It was Don't Judge Tan.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was. I ain't on that no more.
Oh, you ain't on that? Okay.
No, I was the spokesperson for the region for a while.
Really?
Really. It didn't go so well.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't not for me. Now, it may work for others, but it didn't go so well.
What did you like about it?
I think when it said Christian Mingle, I was expecting the conversation to be a little different, the tone to be different.
Oh, wow.
I didn't meet anybody from there, but it was just the emails that would come through and the messages that would come through wouldn't prompt me to meet anyone that was there on the surface for that Christian Mingle at that time. So
I got you.
And on the profile pic, it's not like I was standing up there tooted up, backing that thing up. I had a Bible in my hand. It said, don't judge that. Right, you know what I mean?
Wow. And they still came at you like that?
Why Deacon Durham was in the building? I say, man, I could have went to the Noche to find you.
Wow.
And that's cool, too.
Hey. Be patient with them saints. You know, be patient with us.
Wait a minute, you talking about the team?
No, I'm talking about the believers. God ain't through with us.
Wait a minute. I don't know. I think he was through with that season. He said,
Gave up on Christian Mingle.
Yeah, the endorsements kind of ran out. I tried it, I tested it, and it did what they said they were going to do, and that's connect you to people that were there.
Wow, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I've been married in May for 18 years.
Wait a minute, she is one blessed woman to have the patience to put up with you for 18 years. Go ahead, First Lady. You good.
Right.
Ain't he good?
Yeah, so
18 years.
The market has just, has tremendously changed over the last 2 decades, if you would. So the fact that people are meeting folks online now, you really, I think you really got to have a spirit of discernment like never before.
Yeah.
When you're meeting folks that may be, in another city or across the country. And
next door.
Right.
Up the block, around the corner.
Kind of set you up to get catfished, though, huh?
No, you know what? That's one thing I don't understand. The whole show Catfish, how people go all these years and say, I thought I was talking to this person. We got FaceTime. We got Skype. I don't know how you're getting catfish. Now, I don't know. I don't want you to try it on me but I don't understand it. Got too many. There's an app for that. We got an app that can almost make you instantly pop up at the door. So
right. It's an app for everything.
Yeah, I think some people who are being catfished are just in denial in the first place. And it's okay. Let's see, say been with his wife for 15 years and you're 37. No, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
See that? I'm here. I advocate for healthy relationships.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Make
it show up. Hey, Jets over BR, what's up? Hey, Lana, how are you? Yesterday was your birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, Solo Mafia. Good thing is, today when you get your candy, understand we saved half off. It may not be the good kind, but it's going to be good enough because it was half off. Right. We got you, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to do this break, and then we're going to put him back to work. Matter of fact, we going on air.
Yeah.
We going on air. Some of this I want to talk about the no losses, just lessons. Let's do that one. 10 toes down. It's okay. He's known me all my life. He knows I'm a little thrown off, and it's okay. So he doesn't judge me. There's Boosie Nil. Wavy Nil. Boosie Wavy Nil. Hey, quite a pretty storm. I like that. Quite a pretty storm coming through. How you say that? Hey, B or a D boy. What up, love? How are you? Hey. Good morning. Hey, yes, honey, yes. Hold on, wait, I'm about to go on in 35 seconds. Hello, somebody, tighten up. Let's get them numbers. I love you. I'm going to call you right back. Bye. Oh, my God, my friends are the best. Including this one, sitting over here to my left, to my left. Max 94.1, Baton Rouge's official, number one for hip-hop and R&B, DJ Mario, doing some mixing and maxing and maxing and mixing in the midday. Hey, can't take us nowhere. It's Friday. It is payday. Gotta say what's going down to my girl Sonya on the JOB, getting it done. I see your plate, girl. Hey, coming up, I have your chance to win another $1,000. The all-new 4K a day, it's back in full effect. Giving you a chance to win $1,000 just for listening to the radio, right? But today, you know I got this rule. You walk past the glass, I shall harass. And on behalf of Beacon Light, the campuses out in Livingston and Hammond, we have none other than Bishop Hebert. He walked past the glass. I said, hey, wait a minute. Let's talk about it. Good morning. How are you?
What's up? Glad to be here.
Hey, it is Friday, and I need me a motivational moment. You know, sometimes in this life, we think we take it L after L after L, and we just get tired. And sometimes when you're getting weary, you just need a word. Now, I just need a word. I ain't going to hold you long, because I know you got things to do. You walk around here doing some other stuff, and I need you now, though, please.
Yeah, you know, in life, you know, we all take losses, but losses don't have to be losses. Losses can be lessons. You know, and when losses becomes lessons, we never lose. We always win. And so, you know, that's a perspective that I think we have to have in life, that no life is continual victories. All life is filled with mountaintop experiences and also valleys as well. So, you know, I like to look at it that every loss that we take is just tuition for what it is that God is doing in our next season. So we have to come to grips with that and just accept some losses, that it's just lessons. And you know what we learn in that lesson? We learn who to trust.
Well,
we learn a better way. You know, we learn what not to do. We learn something about ourselves that we have to reckon with and polish up. So when we learn that in God there is no failure. You know, there is no failure in God, because God is always redeeming us. He's always restoring us. He's always renewing us and preparing us for where it is that he's going to take us.
See, I needed that motivational moment, Bishop. I appreciate you more than you know. And you know what? We'll catch you out there, Beacon Light, Hammond, Livingston parishes. And you know, we got more details coming up on your money with this all-new 4K a day giveaway with Max 94.1.
Ricky Smiley Morning.
Everything walking past the glass gonna have to work today. What you mean? Everything gonna work today. If I got to work, everything around me gonna work today. Thank you, Bishop. See what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes.
That's right. Them losses can be lessons. She say, yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta turn them losses. We ain't taking no L's.
We ain't taking no L's. Who?
Lesson. Move forward.
Let me tell you something.
That's the goal.
He came up here earlier today talking about when you're managing relationships, you gotta manage the people in your life. What was that? Because it's funny that your
life will depend on the people in your life and how you manage them. A lot of us struggle with managing our relationships. You know, our relationships have different boundaries. Our relationships have different expectations, and so we have to manage those relationships appropriately if they're going to produce the prosperity that God intends in our lives.
So today, in a nutshell, that has been my life.
Yeah,
lesson after lesson and reminder after reminder.
We struggle with that. You know, a lot of the New Testament is written about how to manage conflict in the church, is written on how to get along, because God understands that there's a tendency in our human nature for us to err, for us to offend one another, for us to harm and hurt one another. But we have to understand how to forgive, which we're going to be talking about in just a second.
Wait a second. Yeah, I had to edit that out about 3 times. He kept saying the F word. I was like, say, man, it's the F word. People cringe when you say the F word. He said, forgive. I say, what? And then he said it again. And I was like, maybe he was just reading the sentence again.
Right.
And I was like.
See, you ain't going to ever come to my church there.
I told you, I'm going to give you the 3 topics I want you to talk about from the pulpit, like a lot of others may do. Stick with that so I know I won't be offended when I sit in your congregation. Because when you start offending me, that means you're starting to talk about me, and I got to start changing. And when I got to start changing, I got to put in work. But before I put in work, I got to admit that I had some flaws and some faults in this perfect world with these filters. You see what I'm saying? I got to unfilter my life for me to start correcting things. And I'm not ready to unfilter in the areas where you said. And when you said the F word, I say, don't be in here using that language at me. Forgive. Hey, I am see well. He say forgive. Natiki say, amen. That's my bishop.
What's up, Natiki?
G-Rilla. What up, G-Rilla? It done got real. I got the bishop in here this morning.
Man, I'm glad to be here.
He can't come back. He can't come back. He done been up in here talking about me too bad.
Right.
Scripture after scripture after scripture.
I'm going to give you a box of Band-Aids before I leave.
I need it. Man,
you up, huh?
I don't know if it's the punching bag or if it was the bishop, but something hit me back. Look. But it's good, though. And I am really proud of you. Like, I've known him since we were kids, right? So to see, like, people grow up and walk in their purpose, and it's just a calling that's always been on his life. Like, just amazing individual through and through and through and through. And he's a blessing not only to his own family, not only to his own congregation, but to any and everyone that ever encounters him. And that is just tremendous. And I'm proud of you.
I didn't pay her to say that. I did.
No, but the invoice will be in the mail. Nah, man, I'm proud of you.
Well, I appreciate all that you do as well.
I tried. Trying to make you proud, but if I ever call you, collect. Don't ask no questions. Just come get me and forgive me.
Right. This your partner, man.
Hey, who is it? It's me.
Right.
It's me. Oh, my God. Wait, God is victorious. Say love in all this. It's random. It's the randomness of my day.
Yeah.
And sometimes I really just need that inspiration. And you never know where you're going to find it. You never know who's going to bring it to you, but you always have to be receptive to hear the word.
God is always talking. He's always talking. Always talking.
He is.
Through everybody and through everything, he's always talking. The question is, do we have ears to hear? We have ears to hear. So we should know that's he tells us he'll never leave us alone. He'll never forsake us. He's always right there. And we have to be tuned in and connected enough to be able to recognize God's voice.
Right. He said God is always talking. Yep. And sometimes we'll miss the message because of the messenger that is sent through.
Yeah. And that's why you got to have an ear to hear, not just an eye to see. Because sometimes your eye can mess up what your ear is trying to hear. So you got to make sure you have an ear to hear what God is saying, regardless of who is coming through.
Because sometimes I be looking sideways, like.
I know you can say that.
And what you say to me? And I don't want everybody telling me that. But like what?
Right.
So that's why I need my family and my friends to pray a little harder for me sometimes, because I ain't all the way there all the time.
Yes, indeed.
You're not supposed to agree with that.
No.
He said yes indeed, like yes, you little throw it on sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you said we've been knowing each other for a long time, so.
She a work in progress.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Hey, that girly Ty, how are you? Ice cold perp. What's going on? It's B225. Ron T Productions. Good morning, sunshine. You know what? We're going to give out this password in a few minutes. And what else? We have Fix My Relationship coming up, right? We're going to record that one?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure it's another one. I might have to delete a couple of them. The messages out of them. I have to delete something else. What you mean, fix my relationship? What? Can I get a sneak peek? What does that mean?
Well, a lot of times, think, and I don't know if it's social media, I don't know if it's culture, but we have a lot of people who are just not relationally functional. And so we're always looking for ways, whether we're looking for it on social media, on television, for people to fix our relationship. Well, the Bible gives us instructions on how to have prosperous relationships. And so if we're going to fix our relationship, the first thing we got to do is fix our connection with God. Because the word is always there to teach us, how to overcome in our relationship and how to sustain in our relationship as well. So we'll kind of be talking a little bit about that.
Okay, I'm with that. Motivational moments, about to have them drop them gems. That girl, slide in my DMs. I give you the information, and I make sure I work something out for you. It's your dirty 30 party. You're turning 30. I'm going to have them work something special out for you, okay? Slide in my DMs, leave your information, and then that way I'll give you a call today. Hey, Joe Gordon. What's up? Jessica 2171. How are you? Wait a minute. 120 seconds away from winning another $1,000 for you. Hey. Y'all had a good Valentine's? Did we? Enjoyed your day? Candy's half off today. That's a highlight. And tomorrow to be 75% off, so if you can wait. Cool it? Yeah, me too. Had to work for a little bit. I didn't really come to work today, but I might as well since I'm here. Oh no, at the DMV. On a Friday? And a payday. And he said the line is out the door. Well, you needed the message on patience today. See, that was for him, Bishop. That was for him. IMC Web, many Bibles of social media. Oh, we're meeting them where they're at? Yeah. Well, it just depends, really. It depends. A lot of people still think that the church is strictly the building, and we forget that we are the church. And some of the people that we need to be preaching to will never pick up a Bible.
What?
So if you're going to be the only reflection of the God that you say is of love and the God that you serve and the God of whose message and image that you're made in, they take it off the word. So sometimes you'll go to church and people will treat you like trash, and it'll make somebody who's not spiritually fed not want to ever come back or talk to God, Jesus, or none of his people. None of them. And sometimes we forget that because we look at people where they are and we forget that they just might need a reflection of love and let them find it and want more.
Indeed.
Yeah. He say, wait a minute, don't tell them that because they're going to start getting that half-all candy and start freezing it. Ain't nothing wrong with some frozen candy. Don't be bougie because your paychecks done went up. Look. St. Mary Baptist Church and Pastor Conway Knighton. I like it. Shout your pastors out. Reverend Cyrus, he does a stroll through in the building to make sure I ain't cutting up.
What?
On the days I cut up the most, he comes strolling through the building. I'm like, who told on me?
Right.
I'll be fighting mad. Who called you on me? Reverend Cyrus. And what you doing? He is.
Yeah. Shout out to Reverend Cyrus.
He is. And see, well, that's why I think it's important that we always surround ourselves with ourselves, right? Because I have friends that'll remind me of that. And if I don't have the words, or if I can't talk to a young man and feel like it'll come across to him, I need to be able to send him to strong men that won't only say it, but are living it, they're walking it because they truly believe it, and it's not the fashionable thing to do. Because sometimes when they go out of fashion, it goes out of style. People quit doing what they think is right. And ain't nobody trying to be cool with being right no more. Morals, values, for what? When I could pop up for pimp and be famous. I live the struggle right now because I won't sell my soul. Y'all catch that. I will live the struggle right now because I won't sell my soul. It'll be a beautiful struggle because God rewards those who are faithful to him. I can't complain about it. It is what it is, and it's not a loss. It's my lesson. The man just came in here and told me today what I needed to hear. I said, oh man, it's a lesson. It's not a loss. It's not a loss.
Not a loss.
I'm talking about it ain't been a whole week. I'm sitting here rethinking my life like,
are you sure?
saying, listen, I got you one solid. You sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I say. So I'm going to live this beautiful struggle a little while longer because God ain't going to put more on me than I can bear. That I get. That I totally understand. And when was he late? I went to speak. It was at Healing Place at the Anchor House, right? We're talking to some of the young men that's there in the Anchor House, and the topic was, what is love? What does love look like? What does love look like? And they asked me a question, well, Tan, are you married? I was like, no. And we had already discussed about 1 Corinthians 13, 1 through 13. And then we started breaking it down. Love is patient, love is kind, all this great stuff. And we started saying how I want this person to do that for me and this person to do that for me. But how much of the scripture is aligned with you? Like, does that scripture fit you? Are you of love? Are you kind? Are you patient? The man came in here with more reminders today. I say, I'm just going to sit here and listen to y'all today. Prince Charming 26 say Bishop Hebert. That's my boy.
What's up?
Lucky 13. He say the tangicles. That's it.
There it is. You gotta write that down.
The tangicles, man. Listen.
Write that down.
Listen. Oh, but when the beautiful struggle is over. Lessons well learned.
Write that down.
And you say morals, values, integrity on a mission to make cool again. That's it. I'm here to tell y'all every day I'm here on a Save Tangent campaign. I really am.
Right.
Because every day it's a reminder to do the right thing. And I can't tell nobody else to do it until I do it myself. And it's a decision. Every day we got to wake up and decide to make it a great day. We got to wake up and decide to try. Decide to be grateful. Raj, what up, Raj? Yeah, blessings and truly blessed. What is it ever over? Is whatever over? I don't know. I'm just taking my lessons right now. Bishop, you over there doing some homework? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Waiting on you.
All right. There we are. Go ahead, cut the microphone on. Now I don't know if you need to get some jumping jacks in. You good? Right. You good? Blood pumping, you straight? You good? You ready?
Yeah.
Bob and weave.
There you go.
Whenever you are ready. He freestyle better than Tupac on his mic. Look.
All right, let's roll.
I'm ready when you are.
What's up, fam? This is Bishop Dennis Hebert with your motivational moment. And I'm talking about today, again, how to fix your relationships. All around when we look at people who are struggling relationally, when God wants us to be prosperous in the area of our relationships. I have something for you when it comes to relationship. Practice being positive. Yes, practice being positive. Do you know relationships can experience roadblocks from negativity? That whenever you speak negative, you start feeling negative, you start thinking negative. But if we can just learn to practice positive thinking, if we can learn positive speaking, then we can begin to turn and shift the tide in our relationships. I want to challenge you today. Practice being positive. It's so easy to point out the wrong. Let's start accentuating the right. This is Bishop Dennis Hebert with your motivational moment. Let's go out and live in victory.
Yeah, that's the one. Practice being positive. Hey, I like it.
Just be positive.
That's all. So listen, that was your motivational moment of the day. I want you to get up, get out, make it an amazing day. Practice being positive. We're going to walk away with that one. Practice being positive. I got to get back to work. And I'm going to be positive about it. I showed up and that should have been enough. But no, they want me to work while I'm at work. Who knew? But I'm going to practice being positive because the man just reminded me to do that. I was like, it's Friday. And y'all want me to do what? Work? And work? The nerve. That's right. Now, till you say practice being positive. Hashtag or retweet that so I know it's real.
Right.
I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Be sure to follow him on Instagram. He gives these nuggets out all the time.
Yep, Dennis Hebert Jr. on Instagram. I think that's my Instagram.
That's the one.
That's the one? Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay, Dennis Hebert Jr. Follow me on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you guys.
That's right. We're going to have to get him back in here. I like this. Positive brings smiles. Talk to you later. All right, I love you. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.